Spartan. One more guide, one more stream, one more tournament run. Stayed up way too late again, just trying to have some fun. Back then I would've laughed if you told me this would work. Now every time I hit go live, you're already there first. Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. Here we go again. Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. Tell a friend, code 300. One more time, link the Discord. One more time. Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. Here we go again. Same name showing up in chat, same jokes getting recycled. Somebody typing code 300 before I've even said the title. If you're not already in the Discord, everybody knows. Subscribe button's bug, test it out, see how it goes. Membership, super chat, sponsors every now and then. Funny how the running joke never really had an end. Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. Here we go again. Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. Tell a friend, code 300. One more time, link the Discord. One more time. Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. Here we go again. This wasn't really the plan. Honestly, I just like making videos. Then one day, it became my job. And somehow, you're the reason why. Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. Here we go again. Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. Tell a friend, code 300. One more time, link the Discord. One more time. Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. Here we go again.
What's up, guys? My name is still Spartan. We are back. This is part 2 or stream 2, I guess. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I have pretty bad IBS. And I had like a pretty big bathroom spell that hit me. So yeah, I apologize. I was not gonna just put it on the BRB screen for 45 minutes. But we are back. Yeah, I feel a little bit better. My stomach still feels kind of rough, but just occasionally happens. And we just gotta roll with the punches. So here we are. Anyway, hope everybody is doing good today. Yeah, God, I feel so awkward. Anyway, let's do this. Let's adjust our target priority real quick. Let's do our orbs real quick. Something like that. Should be good. And we should be good. We should be good. Yeah, so my wife and I, we've kind of had a stomach bug over the past couple of days. It's been super aggravating. But sometimes, you know, sometimes you just got to run to the bathroom and stop live streaming. Sometimes that's just the way that it goes. Anyway, we are back now. So, oh boy. I feel the knots and the bubbles like going through my stomach. So hopefully we can knock this out and we'll be good. But yeah, if I don't seem mentally there, that's why. Maybe you should stop eating bugs. Dude, it's hard, you know? I'm mowing and I just, yeah. Did it hit the twins as well, or are they good? As far as I've seen, the twins are fine. Our 2.5-year-old, though, she's been having pretty bad, like, hopefully this isn't like TMI, but like diarrhea stuff. So, but yeah, all in all, you know, it is what it is, right? People get sick, people get bugs. It's okay. It's all poop and giggles till the poop happens without the giggles. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Anyway, the show must go on. So we already, during that first little 10-minute stream, you guys saw me get set up for Big Spartan. So I don't think there's anything more to do here. I think we are pretty much good. I'm going to try minimum range. I'm going to try it out. If it goes good, then great. If not, we'll probably go back to our other setup, which is this one, because it has the max range. But we'll try minimum range first. I don't know. I also do want to try Space Displacer. I feel like it might be good, especially with the ranged ultimate. But we'll see. We're also going to run Death Penalty just for the sake of trying to hopefully get the best RNG possible with those ranged enemies, and more importantly with the protectors, because we've got ranged and protector ulti today. So with that, let's go ahead and begin. Oh yeah, so here are the results of the farming runs. So I did a tier 18 run, got way more overall econ than my tier 19 runs. I don't know though. I feel like right now it's still technically worth it to just do longer T18 runs versus doing 19. But that will change as soon as I get these waves higher for tier 19. Like you can see the dissonant echo boost difference for utility from 18. I was so close, dude. I did this run last night, but I'm not gonna lie, I just went to bed and wasn't paying attention. But yeah, like just shy of hitting the max for that. And then versus tier 19, basically half of the wave amount. So, oh, I'm using Amplifying Strike. Don't get it confused. We are using Amplifying Strike. I've just been experimenting recently under certain battle conditions using Death Penalty. And yeah, it's a lot more RNG dependent, but I don't know. Sometimes it works in my favor. I'll get really lucky with like an overcharge or a boss or something. But what I'm really betting on is the protectors. I'm really, really hoping that we see some good results with the protectors. Well, let's go ahead and begin on Big Spartan. And we'll get this thing going. And for Spartan Junior, surprise, surprise, we are still in Platinum League. If anybody wants to join with me, it is currently 1:43 p.m. Central Time. So 2 minutes from now. So as soon as the minute side says 45, we will begin. So if you guys want to join with me, feel free to. We will be doing so very, very shortly. So yeah, I'm just going to pump up enemy attack skips a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I may have to like run to the bathroom in a little bit. I'm gonna wait until we join on Spartan Junior though. Ugh, man, this sucks. This sucks so bad. So I already have IBS-D, which is like irritable bowel syndrome, diarrhea. Yeah, it's funny. Everybody laugh. I said diarrhea. Ha 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 ha. But it's plagued my life for like the good part of like 10 years. Usually every single morning I'm in the bathroom like 2 hours a day. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But when you stack on top of that a stomach bug, yeah, it's a freaking great time. I'm having a blast. But you know what? I'm gonna try to keep it positive because that's what I do here, right? Sounds crappy. Yes, it is. It is indeed crappy. But yeah. Hope you feel better, Spartan. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, me too, dude. This is not fun. What a crap show. I know, right? I'm gonna have to change the title to like the poop stream or something. Oh crap, everybody join. I missed the time to join. Okay. Let's see, did we get anybody? Hey, down one step. What up, dude? I know you. Is there anybody else I know? Not here so far, but we'll see. I had Noro last week, so I get it. Ooh, yeah, dude. That is rough. Are your kiddos good? Did your... I don't know. Do you have more than one kid? But did anybody else in your family get it? Or are you... Was it just you? Hopefully it was just you. 'Cause I know norovirus is pretty rough for, like, kiddos when they get it. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm in the bracket. Sorry, but this is going to be a 2K plus run. No! No! Just put your desk in the bathroom. That's a good idea. Or better yet, I could do like if you guys have watched South Park, there's the most popular episode of South Park ever is the one where all of the kids are playing World of Warcraft. And I just think of that scene with Eric Cartman, and he's like, Mom, bathroom. And then the mom just brings in like a 5-gallon bucket or something, and he just like, oh man, like Hershey squirts all over the place. And then the mom's like, ooh, that's a big boy. Mom, bathroom. That's how I feel right now, dude. I'm having a rough time, man. I'm having a rough time. Kiddos gave it to me, and wife just got it Wednesday. Dang, man, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I don't watch South Park anymore. I've kind of, I don't know, I guess like grown out of it. So I've expressed my faith a few times on the channel, but like I'm a Christian, and there are some things that I can appreciate comedically, but South Park kind of is a little bit too much. Oftentimes, I don't know. I'm in there too. Sorry, Spartan. Oh no, Riker. Please tell me it's Riker Jr. and not actually you. Where are you? No, it's actually Riker. Crap, we're screwed. Oh no. This is going to be rough, boys. This is going to be rough. I've already had a crappy day, okay? Oh, man. Yeah, South Park is too far for me. Yeah. It's... So I liked it when I was in high school because, you know, hearing anything controversial and funny like that when you're in high school is, you know, when you're basically still a kid, like, it's funny. But as I've grown and matured, like, into adulthood, and especially, like, met my wife, started a family, kind of shifted my priorities. Yeah, the only, like, adult animation, actually, is that not pornography. I want to be perfectly clear. Like, you know, like, Family Guy, Rick and Morty, South Park, shows like that. I think that they're in the genre of adult animation, right? Anyway, the only shows I really watch nowadays are occasionally I'll watch Rick and Morty. I really like Rick and Morty. It's pretty funny. But Family Guy is kind of like the bread and butter. Family Guy is really funny. And it's not near as crass as like South Park or even Rick and Morty. I think Rick and Morty's not as bad as South Park. You say Shrek? Literally a crappy day. I know, right? I know. Anyway, guys, I got to get this out of the way real quick. Bear with me here. I'll try to make it as quick and painless as possible. This live stream is sponsored by LD Cloud. LD Cloud is a cloud phone solution. If you are trying to do a tournament run but it's storming and you're worried about your phone cord getting electrocuted and your phone exploding or your computer exploding, or you just really have to run to the bathroom and you're in the heat of the moment with the tournament, you can actually use LD Cloud. You can log into it while you're getting all the Hershey squirts out of the way. Don't even have to worry about it. You can log in from your cell phone. Doesn't have to be plugged in or anything. And you can still do your tournament run, even when you're having a 2-hour bathroom spell. Guys, I've been using LD Cloud for the good part of 4.5 months, maybe 5 at this point. And genuinely, it's been one of the better things I've done in terms of like playing the tower. I no longer have to kind of flip a coin and risk my computer and my devices having, over the course of time, damage done to them by running them 24 hours per day. And I don't have a super low-end PC, but it's on the lower side. But I know, like, if I were to literally run this thing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, over the course of a year, 2 years, 3 years, that would significantly cut the life down of my device. LD Cloud solves that problem for me. I don't have to worry about it. So instead of having, you know, maybe 1 or 2 years sooner having to buy another $2,000 PC, I just pay $10 a month, and that's it. But anyway, a lot of guys have been using LD Cloud. I know a lot of you guys, even in the chat, may be using it, so maybe you guys can speak on it. But, oh yeah, Alberto just said, I am using LD Cloud. 2 months. I wish I had known about it before. Yeah. It's a really good service. I have enjoyed it so far. But yeah, if you're interested, you can feel free to hit the link in the description of this video or the link that I put in the chat. It will give you a pretty decent discount on your first plan. So, yeah. And if you guys ever have any issues getting it set up or just want to like ask questions about it, like my DMs are open. Feel free to reach out. I have no problem trying to help you guys out. So, yeah. But thank you, LD Cloud, for sponsoring my YouTube channel. I don't know if they actually watch my content or not, but if you do, thank you. I really appreciate you guys. And you guys in the audience, thank you for supporting me through using LD Cloud. LD Cloud doubled my average coins per day versus playing on mobile. Yes. So that was a big thing that I noticed as well when I initially transitioned, because especially if you have a low amount of RAM on your computer like I do, I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. So let's say that I'm playing on Mumu App Player, my physical emulator that you're currently watching. Let's say that I'm doing that, and I'm also running like Apex Legends or Overwatch or my streaming software, all these different things, right? My coins will actually drop quite a bit when I have a bunch of other stuff going on my computer at the same time. So LD Cloud, it's like an isolated, it's literally no different than if you had like a second phone and you're just only playing the tower on it. Like that is the only usage being done on that device. So therefore, less strain, more coins. It's been good. It's been really good. But obviously, those of you that have already used it, one of the biggest complaints that I've personally seen and also noticed myself is it looks pretty blurry. Like the LD Cloud footage looks pretty blurry. That will depend on your personal internet connection and some other variables. Obviously, my internet's garbage. But yeah, it looks visually pretty blurry, but that does not translate to poor results. The reason that you will experience that kind of blurriness is because it's effectively operating the same as if you, let's say you're using a remote desktop app like Google Remote Desktop or OS Link or AnyDesk, any of these remote desktop apps. If you log into them, like if I right now on my phone log into my OS Link and see my computer screen, it's going to look pretty blurry. And that's kind of what I tell people is it's the same thing with LD Cloud. The physical device is fine. It's working as intended. It's just, it's a little bit blurry, or it looks blurry because, yo, rubber.
At rubber_ducksource just gifted 1 memberships.
Dude, thank you, Rubber. The man, the myth, the legend. Rubber_duck sauce.
The 4,594 a membership.
Yo, congratulations, procrastinator. Nathor. Congratulations. I don't know if you're here in the chat or not, but if you are, sound off. Leave a chat. Say hi. Say something. Anyway, thank you, dude. Yeah, man, Rubber has been carrying the weight with these gifted memberships lately. Really appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. Hey, Dark. What's up, dude? Long time no see. LD Cloud doubled my average coins per day versus playing on mobile. Oh, wait, did I already read that? Man, the chats are kind of slow today. What's going on, guys? Maybe we need to change the sentiment and do some luck checks. Let's see how lucky we are today. Going back to adult cartoons, have you ever watched the Boondocks? I have not. I've heard it's funny, though. I think I know what that is. I have not personally watched it, though. I don't have a lot of time nowadays to, like, watch TV. I really don't. Like, I'll watch something before bed usually, but, I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh, my God. Chrisendor has an IQ of 1. Holy. Let's get some RIPs in the chat. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Yo, what's up? I missed you when you cut the stream earlier. Yeah, I was worried about that. So I guess I'll tell the backstory since we've got maybe some new people in here. I've got like a stomach bug or something going on, and my pre-existing IBS issues are not helping as well. So I started my stream, and immediately, like in a matter of minutes, I felt it coming on, if you know what I'm getting at. I had to run. I had to run to the bathroom. I almost didn't make it, but I did. Trust me, I did. Yeah, it was rough, dude. It was really rough. IQ of 1, dude. Chrisidor, that's rough. That is rough, man. Oh boy. The luck was better, 57%, not bad. Doing tourney, hoping for keys so I can buy a card slot for the area of effect card. Nice, nice. Dark, you need to join VC sometime when I'm around, and I want to see your tower. It's been a minute. 9 is quite low. Quite low indeed. I'm waiting since round about 5 months for my last stim core. Oh, I've been waiting for around about 5 months for my last stim core to get it to Ancestral. Any advice on how to treat depression? Oh, Lucas, no, dude. It ain't that serious, man. It ain't that serious. Oh, man, that sucks. I feel you. Been there, done that. Yeah, you were live and I hit redirect and you weren't. Oh, no. No. Oh, that sucks. I don't know why. I was kind of worried that would happen because there were like literally 7 different tower dudes live at that time. Oh, man. Hello, you sick? Same. I have a cold. Oh, yeah? Well, I have a stomach bug, so top that, study mage. You should get the chair of idiocracy. Ooh. That would be funny. We could have like rewards that we give people in the chats or in the streams. You're never in voice chat? Yes, I am. Dude, I'm literally in VC every single day. Probably when you're sleeping, because it's usually from like, 10 p.m. to like 1 a.m. Central Time. So for you, that's probably like right when you're waking up, maybe, or I don't know. Anything special planned for 2 years of defending the tower? Good question. I don't know. We are getting close. Yeah, like come late July, we're having our 2nd tower birthday. I can't even remember if I did anything for my first birthday. No, I did. I made a video and I basically did like a one year player review video where I talked about like what I like about the game, what I dislike, etc. Might do something similar to that. Maybe a 2-year review, post several updates. you going to be in after the stream? Unfortunately not. I've been set really behind today this week in terms of like mowing lawns. I've been set pretty behind because we've had a bunch of bad weather in the area. So, the chair of idiocracy, it's a toilet. Ooh, sounds like a crappy time. But yeah, unfortunately not, Dark. I have to go and do some mowing after we're done here today. I don't want to. I'd rather go live on Twitch personally, but duty calls. All right, we've made enough poop jokes at this point. At this point, I'm just gonna change the title. It's a crappy day. There we go. See, that's kind of like contrarian to how we operate here. I try to be like positive and optimistic, so it's like, I don't know, it's an oxymoron, I guess. I don't think you can top feeling like you have a second face and can't taste or smell. Well, what about this? It's like, what if you can taste and smell and you love what you're eating, but you know at the same time that you're going to experience an immense amount of pain and suffering for like hour-long periods after consuming it. It's like, I know I need to eat, but I don't want to eat because of the repercussions. All right, Study Mage, we can put the measuring sticks away. Regardless, I hope that you feel better soon, and I also hope that I feel better soon. Yeah, we're having a rough time, dude. Dark, thank you for plugging the creator code. Yeah, guys, I have a content creator code for the tower. Ooh, what I don't want to do is nerf my damage. Let's fix that. Oh, that literally changed nothing. Okay. Oh, well. Nice, we killed the overcharge. Spartan, when it comes to other YouTubers, this Latin phrase applies. Oh, Lord have mercy. Do I even try? Ubi Mayor Minor Kesset. It means where there is greater, there is the lesser ceases to exist. Indeed, indeed. I find something that tastes good a second time. Oh boy. Are we really due for a new module, or are people just hoping that we get one? Is there speculation right now? People are saying we're going to get a new module. I have no idea. I mean, I feel like if they release a new module, a lot of players are going to be frustrated. I won't care because I already have everything 5-starred anyway, except for my... Actually, wait, I have both of my Dimension Cores 5-starred. Yeah, okay. So, like, I won't care because whatever it is that shows up, I will automatically have a featured banner for, basically. Like, all of these percentages will go down because they're all 5-starred. And then the new module, whatever it is, will basically automatically be up to 50%. But most of the player base is not in that predicament. So, like, they're probably not going to want that because they're still hunting for that G-Comp or that Dimension Core or that Primordial Collapse or that beloved Orbital Augment. I don't know. Yes, it reduces the enemy's damage. Reduces the enemy's damage. Are you talking about Primordial Collapse? The changes? They're making changes to Primordial Collapse. Is that what you're referring to? Like, that was said in the most recent Tower T that they did. I would like to ask about my new build called Range Hybrid. It's a 200-meter range build using knockback as a way of knockoff reverse orb devo for newbies. More on the tower advice at your Discord. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. So generally speaking, I won't lie to you. I'll tell you what I think. When it comes to the higher range builds, I find that generally speaking, they're not going to be as good for econ. Just generally speaking. And that simply just has to do with the radiuses of everything you have, right? Your black hole size, your golden bot size, etc. Like, generally speaking, the lower the range, the better in terms of like sheer econ. I personally found that literally just like I was already doing 30-meter range, but I had the range card in as well, so it put me at 43.5-meter range. And I found that my coins increased quite a bit just by removing the range card.
Hear me out.
I'm sure it can work and probably is actually going to be helpful for, you know, maybe like your dissonant runs, maybe your milestone pushes, stuff like that. Maybe even tournaments. I don't know. Spartan! What is up, Sparks? How's it going? Long time no talk. We need to play Overwatch again soon. Yeah. I play Overwatch with Sparks and Pac-Man and a bunch of people. But we need to do that again soon. Anyway. Yeah, just generally speaking, I find that minimum range or as close to minimum range as possible is for the most part going to be optimal. Like, most people won't be able to farm with minimum range. They'll basically have to do 69.5 because of the workshop orbs. Unless you're able to devo the workshop orbs through the free upgrade mastery or something, you know. I'm crashing out if a new module drops. Not much. I'm doing all right. How are you? I've had better days. This is my second attempt at trying to go live. The first attempt, I had to stop 5.5 minutes in and run to the bathroom for an hour. I've got like a stomach bug circulating through at the moment, and it is excruciating. My wife has it. My 2-year-old has it. As far as I'm aware, the twins, I mean, you know, they're babies. They use the bathroom every like freaking 2 hours. So it's, I don't know. It's hard to tell if a baby has it, but our 2-year-old definitely has it. Good Lord Almighty. My 2-year-old's so cute though. Like, if she poops or something, she's doing that thing that toddlers do where they'll like go and hide somewhere. So like, you know, my wife and I will be on the couch or something watching TV, and then our 2-year-old gets off the couch, walks into the kitchen, and hides behind our island in the kitchen. And she walks very slowly, like as if she's trying to sneak out of our sight. And then whenever she finally turns the corner again, you know, I'll be like, "Did you poop?" And she's just, she gets this huge smile on her face, and she's just like, "No." Ah, it's so cute. I freaking love kids, man. Ugh. Having kids was one of the best things I've done. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, is it challenging? Absolutely. The most challenging thing I've done in my entire life. But also the most rewarding thing I've done in my entire life. Super, super awesome. Are you still thinking about doing a video on the disco farming strat? I think you were talking about it on the Wednesday stream. I was looking into it. After further discussion, I've heard very mixed opinions on it. And if the sentiment's not overwhelmingly positive, I don't think I want to really do a video on it. I heard some people that were like, "Yeah, this is great." But I heard quite a few other people kind of say like, "Yeah, I was making more coins just doing Blender or just doing standard orb Devo." So I don't know. But I'm not a huge fan of Devo. You guys know this. But don't worry. I did orb Devo for 7 or 8 months, and I frequently will go into the main tower Discord. They have the individual strategy chats, and I will go in and talk to the Devo people, and I'll be like, "Hey, are you guys still like able to do Devo? Like, have you tested Blender and seen if you still get good results?" And I mean, some of them say, yeah, like, but they're more of the live and die by the Devo type people. My sentiment is more like, if you need to do Orb Devo to get your coin enhancements to a point where maybe you can afford, like, let's say card masteries, or I don't know, just like, you know, you can use it as a tool, but it shouldn't necessarily be like your end-all be-all build, I guess is the best way to put it. It just, in my opinion, and I made a video talking about it for like 15 minutes or so, so you can check that out if you'd like, but kind of to sum it up, I don't like how you have to just sit there and actively play. I like the idle aspect of Blender. I hit play, I hit start run, and I just can walk away. But yeah, sorry. All of that to say, probably will not do a dedicated video for that. If I do anything, it'll probably just be a more generalized, updated Orb Devo guide. That would be more likely than this is the new Attack Dissonant run that has mixed reviews, you know? Wouldn't be a very good sell. I do Blender, but at wave 250 or 2500 or so, it's basically like Orb Devo. Yeah. They're relatively easy to set up in terms of like the actual build. It's just, it's hard to implement. And in my opinion, the cons far outweigh the pros. Because you're going to struggle in your tournaments. You're going to have to waste gems to respec. Because if you go into a tournament with no free ups, no, like, you know what I'm saying? If you go into a tournament with all of that, like, you're gonna not do near as good than if you respect, set up a pretty good, like, EHP blender or damage blender, and then did your tournament. But then you have to respec a second time to go back to Orb Devo. I did that for 2 or 3 months while I was in Champions on my main account, and it was, maybe at the time it made sense, but nowadays when we have all of these freaking gem sinks now, like, look at this. We have all of these relics that are rotating. Once a week, we get 4 new relics. And like, sure, I have most of them, but most of you guys probably don't have all of these, right? So your gem spending, you have to be a lot more strategic and try to avoid any unnecessary things. And in my opinion, like, unless you accidentally like misclick something in your workshop and, you know, you're like, well, crap, I accidentally bought, you know, way too much enemy attack skips or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents. What should I spend my gems on? First thing you want to do every single week is check the event shop, check the relics. See if there is a coins relic, a lab speed relic, or something that would directly help you. After that, you can buy, you know, you can buy it if you want to, or if it's something that's good, but not necessarily like, it's not going to heavily influence your farming or your tournaments or something, you could wait and then go back to kind of the balanced approach that we've talked about on the channel multiple times. 80 cards worth for the mission, that's 1,600 gems, and then do the equivalent into modules. That'll give you over the course of time, pretty similar overall result. The only thing is, like, your modules, obviously, the RNG factor is huge. Only a 2.5% chance to get an epic, so over time, you'll end up maxing your cards way quicker than you will getting, like, all of these modules. But that's a good thing, because then, once you max your cards, like Spartan Jr. recently maxed his cards, I don't have to buy cards anymore. I can now focus all of my excess gems on these relics here, which I'm currently getting, and then modules and card slots. So that's kind of it, you know? That's the whole strat. I almost never respect when I was Devo and was able to get keys. What? That is insane. Well, yeah, but Jammin, just like you mentioned, I highly doubt that would be the case today, just because of like how the game has gotten so much more. I don't want to say it, but it's kind of true. It's gotten a lot more like pay to win kind of oriented, which is a big point of contention. A lot of the free-to-play guys, obviously very frustrated by that. But the good thing is, just like they said in the most recent Tower T, they're going to try to make some of these pretty crucial and impactful quality of life features in the Harmony tree. They're going to try to make them accessible. And I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I think it's either going to go really, really good or really, really bad. There's really no middle ground here. So I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Maybe they'll have it be like whenever you get into champions, you can begin accessing the Harmony tree. But the big thing is they mentioned something very specific, because if they do that, obviously all of the whales that have been paying their way to Legends and getting keys, they're going to be like, well, what the heck? I've been like, you know, I've been working tooth and nail trying to like pay my way to getting all of these quality of life features, and now people in Platinum or Champions are getting them for basically, you know, when they shouldn't be able to, quote unquote. So those players are going to be frustrated. The thing is, they mentioned they want to introduce something new that will be a bigger kind of thing for the paid players. So that has the potential to, if they implement it correctly, it will either, I don't know, it has the potential to really make both the free-to-play crowd happy, but also the pay-to-play people, if they do it correctly. If they don't, if they make it too hard to get these quality of life features, the free-to-play people are still going to be upset. And if the rewards that they discussed for the pay-to-play people, if those are not really meeting the expectations, those guys are all going to be upset. So it's a pretty delicate situation. I am very glad that they're finally addressing this, because this is something I've actually been pushing for a while. Is like, because I read all the comments, guys. I know what you guys say. People are frustrated. You know, not everybody's able to even stay in Legends, let alone get keys. As somebody who worked very hard for keys, please give the quality of life to everyone. Yeah, that's kind of the sentiment I also have. But at the same time, I can see how if they make it too accessible, the pay-to-play people are going to get frustrated. I'm thinking they might make the middle path cheaper and refund the keys spent over the new cost. So instead of 5 keys, it'll be 2, and you'll get 3 keys back. But that would still restrict keys to like getting in Legends and getting halfway through the bracket, like working your way through the bottom ranks of Legends and getting into rank 15 plus. My solution, I said it a while ago, is like, if you're able to stay in Legends, if you get 24 through 15, or I guess 16, you should at least get 1 key, right? Because the way it currently stands, you start getting keys, you get 2 keys at rank, 12, or, 13 through 15 or whatever. I don't know. I'm like, at a bare minimum, if you're able to stay in Legends, like, if you get kicked back down, sure, I get it. But, like, if you're able to get rank 20, 24, and above, you should get a key. That's my opinion. I also think my idea is kind of interesting. It would, so this, let me preface, I've said this also a few times on the channel, and they're 100,000% not going to ever do this, because quite frankly, I don't even know how they would be able to, but I think it's an interesting concept. So, like, I've been playing a lot of first-person shooters recently, and they have this magical thing that's sometimes frustrating, but sometimes fun, called skill-based matchmaking. So this is my proposal. The tower introduces a similar function where when you join a tournament, it doesn't actually pair you up with people that all click join at the same time. regardless of where they're at in the game. That's the way it currently works. But instead, you get paired with people that are basically around the same point as you. So the way that this would work is it would combine several different factors: your start date, your lifetime coins, your lifetime stones, and then your research is completed. So it would combine those 4 metrics, spit out some calculation that would basically give you like a rating. And what this would do is it would get similar players of similar stages of the game into the same brackets. This would obviously be really frustrating for a lot of people, myself included. I'm consistently getting pretty high on Legends, and I would be forced into a situation where there's basically 30 of me. So at that point, it comes down to who has the best build, who has done the best with their stones, with their lab upgrades, etc. So that is where it would be kind of like a skill-based matchmaking. Again, they're never going to do this, and I don't know if they would even be able to do this. But I think it's an interesting idea. I don't know. Because the biggest issue for a lot of people, right? Like, this guy, he might be more free to play. He's got the 3-year relic. I'm pretty competitive. I only have the 1-year relic. But like, you go down the line, like some of these guys are like very clearly free to play, right? And you can see by like how many relics they have. Oh my God, I've clicked on the same dude like 4 times. But like, this guy is probably buying stone packs. Or no, this guy is more free to play. He has a lot of relics for where he's at. So like, this is an example. He would be around other people that are more free to play. So it would kind of force us into a situation of like, you would be put in brackets depending on like how much you've spent. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I just don't think I don't think it would ever happen. The problem is, you already acknowledged, is that the whales would not like this. Yeah, but the whales, quote unquote, are not the biggest population of this game. The biggest amount of people in the player base are the either complete free to play or, more realistically, the light spenders. The people that maybe, let's say, they don't buy stone packs, they don't buy event boosts, or maybe they buy, you know, every other event boost or something. But like people that buy the 3 packs in the store, the 3 like initial packs, and then they buy, you know, maybe the milestone packs here and there, stuff like that. Like the light spenders. That is the biggest population of the player base by far. The whales, I don't know. There's a lot of whales, don't get me wrong, but they're not the overall big area of the player base. But the whales are the ones that bring the big money for Tech Tree Games. Yes, but it's a very sensitive thing, right? Like, I'm not going to say you want to cater to the people that are bringing up your bottom line, but you want to kind of try to cater to everybody, because if you don't and you leave all of the free-to-play guys astray, what ends up happening is all of those guys end up quitting. They end up getting burnt out and frustrated from getting passed over time and time again by people that are just swiping the card, swiping the card, swiping the card. And they get frustrated. Yeah, which that also would not be good for their bottom line. Like, it's good for their ratings, it's good for the popularity of the game to have a lot of people playing the game. So in a sense, they need to try to cater to everybody. And I would personally argue, if you want to put a bias on it, I think you should more so cater to the free-to-play / light spenders. Because again, that is the overarching, like, if I had to put it in a percentage, and this is just me guessing, I don't have any insider knowledge, I don't freaking know anything, I'm just guessing here. But if I had to guess, I would probably think 80 to 85% of the total player base would fall into the free-to-play / light spender category. And that would leave, 20 to 15% being in the, like, whale category. That could be right. That could be pretty close. That could also be entirely wrong. I have no idea. But yeah. It might be difficult to implement alongside the rank system. Yeah. I don't know. I've thought about many ways to kind of improve the quality of life of tournaments. It's just every possible idea that I kind of come up with, after really digging in and kind of analyzing it, it just ends up kind of seeming like a worse overall outcome. I don't know. Plus, they get ad revenue from free-to-play players. Yep, that is true. Spartan in the lab every day, every night. Catchphrase heat, man, the lines feel savage. Spartan in control, man, that is massive. That is massive. Spartan never passive. Deathwave flames, man, the breakdown's classic. Weak, not attractive. Every time he streams the What if they just entirely took away, like, what if tournaments did not matter what your tower did, and instead they put you into a tournament, you're not using any of your labs, you're not using any of your anything. They just put you into like a tier 1 with a completely devoed workshop as if you just started the game for the first time, and you just like start freaking clicking stuff, upgrading stuff. I don't know. I think that would be fun. Once I found out about code 300, I haven't been able to stop swiping the card. Let's go. Oh, man. Just know that your financial splurging is going to a good cause. Baby diapers and formula are expensive. So thank you. They just should split the free-to-play and the pay-to-win. Yeah, that's what my idea of like the skill-based matchmaking would try to solve. I just don't know how they would be able to implement that. Maybe a hybrid bracket where they match you with people around your level. Half the rewards come from your placement, aka your rank, and half come from your total wave count. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. The problem with this is that there will be a figured out strat that will give you 1422 exactly every time, and everyone will tie unless they randomize the workshop each time. Yeah. Hey, Spartan, quick question. What would you consider over investment? What would you consider over investment when it comes to ultimate weapons? I mean, this is going to sound like beating a dead horse here, but I think it's true. I think fixating on one specific ultimate weapon is generally going to be a mistake. So, like, let's say that you have 5 ultimate weapons like Spartan Jr. does. Let's say I have literally these 5. Spotlight, Golden Tower, Black Hole, Deathwave, Chain Lightning. Let's say that I'm a believer in Permanent Black Hole, but my Golden Tower and my Deathwave are not synced. They're like really, really high cooldowns, really, really low duration on Golden Tower, etc. 0 development into Chain Lightning, 0 development into Spotlight. But I'm a big believer in Permanent Black Hole, so I'm just going to go for Permanent Black Hole. Just spin, regardless of how expensive it gets. I think, yeah, just the fixating is a pretty big issue. Because oftentimes, and I will see people do that with cooldowns, like for the Golden Trinity. They'll have like a stone cost for black hole size and duration of like, I don't know, like less than 20 stones. But they'll be so fixated on getting the next click in all 3 of these cooldowns, which is important. But oftentimes there's also low-hanging fruit elsewhere. Your GT bonus, your GT duration, your spotlight angle, your spotlight quantity, the first light click, right? So you just have to weigh all of that. And it's also, I mean, it's pretty nuanced as well. It'll depend on kind of where you're at in the game. But generally speaking, just fixating on one particular thing is not going to be a good idea. Well, we died. Let's see. 1949. Not terrible. We're definitely not beating these two. Not terrible. So we're still going to get passed up by this guy. So we're going to end up at rank 4 if I had to guess. I don't think this guy will be able to do a second run and beat us. Maybe. Who knows? But I think we're probably safe. That being said, let's go ahead and try another run. This time we'll do the more kind of conventional, what we usually do build. We're still going to run G-Comp because Protector Ultimate and Ranged Ultimate. But this time, we're going to mix it up. We're going to put Orbital Augment Primary, and we'll do ACP Assist. We did put Astral Deliverance back in for the bout shot range. That's going to be pretty important. We're going to take out free ups, put back in health regen, and then we're going to go back to our normal tournament setup, which has the maxed out range. I'm going to try that out, and this will be kind of a side-by-side comparison. There are certain battle conditions that I have found that minimum range does better, but I can never remember what they actually are. So this is kind of what I'm trying to test right now. So kind of trying the minimum range strat, seeing if it does better than what we're doing here. Hey! Boost!
Roder 00 super chatted $1.99.
Yes, sir.
CL off on out.
Correct. Yes. I have it off temporarily until we got, which we already have this, so I can turn it on now. Thank you for the reminder. But yeah, wanting to max out the Death Wave first, the Death Wave health. But now that we've done that, we can readjust our cards. I'll leave damage in, but I'll take out range and crit chance and put back in health and extra defense. Because now we have the maxed out Death Wave health. So at this point, we're really getting no value from staying with a damage focus, and we just go back to our EHP. But we turn on our Chain Lightning, and this is the part that gets crazy. So, like, check out the damage dealt, total damage dealt, almost 200 quadrillion. And the Chain Lightning damage, we'll come back to this in about 2 minutes, and I'll just show you guys. It gets ridiculous. Like, it gets absolutely ridiculous. Black Hole. Are you talking about Black Hole Digester and Galaxy Compressor is underrated? I'm EHP and using Black Hole as a Galaxy Compressor in the primary slot. 1500 waves on champions at the moment. Nice, nice. Yeah, if that gets you permanent Black Hole, that's a good deal. All right, let's check out. Yeah, look at that. The Chain Lightning damage. It's already about to pass our orbs. It's already way past our Thorn damage. It's way past our Death Ray. And pretty soon it'll overpass our Orbital Augment. So yeah. And this is with very, very minimal investment. I put a couple clicks into the chance, 1 click into quantity, and like 2 clicks into damage or something like that. But I already get a ton of value from it, which is insane. Good night. I just got Golden Bot. What should I focus on first? Yeah, so first, you'll want to focus on just clicks into the range. If you want to try to sync it up with your ultimate weapons, you absolutely can. It won't matter if you're using Galaxy Compressor, like getting the cooldown synced, it won't matter because Galaxy Compressor doesn't affect Golden Bot. But if you're using Singularity Harness or Black Hole Digester for your farming, absolutely, you can go for syncing up the cooldowns. One key thing to note, the cooldowns for the bots, this is a big annoyance. This is something I just need to vent on for like 2.5 seconds. Give me a second. So the cooldowns on the bots are displayed in seconds. But if we go to the ultimate weapons, the cooldowns are displayed in minutes and seconds. That's so annoying. It's so freaking annoying. Anyway. But yeah, so just like be sure to do the actual conversion and make sure that you have the math correct. So like a minute 40 seconds is 100 seconds. So like if I wanted a natural sync with my golden tower cooldown, I would need my golden bot at 100 seconds. Just a little point of contention there. If you can't tell, it's annoying and I hate it, but it's okay. I'll get over it. Did I turn on Poison Swamp Stun? I did. Okay, perfect. But yeah, start off with the range, get a few clicks into there. If you want to, you can put a few clicks into the bonus and all of this stuff really while it's pretty cheap. Once it starts costing like over 200 medals per click, then I would really just fixate pretty heavily on the range. Try to get that maxed as your first gold box, then go for bonus as your second gold box. And then after that, you're kind of just trying to achieve as much uptime as possible. Especially if you're using Galaxy Compressor, then you just go all in on the cooldown first and then the duration last. Because the cooldown goes in increments of 3 seconds per click. So if I do a click into Golden Bot cooldown, it goes down by 3 seconds. Versus if I do a click into Golden Bot duration, it only goes up by 0.5 seconds. So the overall worst value is the duration clicks per medal. So the cooldown is the better bet in terms of like trying to pursue as much uptime as possible. But yeah, start with the range, then go for the bonus, and then go for the cooldown. That's my suggestion. And my other suggestion is don't unlock any of these other bots. Like, freaking don't do it. It's a waste of stuff. Just trust me. Don't unlock anything, including bot, until you at least have your range fully maxed and your bonus. Once you get to that point, sure, if you want to unlock bot, go for it. But even then, I think it's better, and I've tested this on my main account. I do much better with a fully gold boxed golden bot. I'll show you what my farming setup looks like. Oh, I can't. I'm in a tournament. But I do way better with a completely gold boxed golden bot than I do with just the range, just the bonus maxed. Decent uptime, but then the cooldown maxed here and the range maxed on bot. That's what I've personally found. I know some others have probably found other things as well, but that's kind of where I'm at. Enemy Balance Master was the best investment I've made recently. Yeah, Enemy Balance is huge. It's really, really good. It's kind of underrated, really. But yeah, the biggest thing, and I screwed this up on my first account, my main account, just make sure that when you're trying to sync the cooldowns, make sure that you're able to do the proper conversion. Because again, the bots are just displayed in seconds versus the ultimate weapons, which are displayed in minutes and then seconds. So just do that math, make sure that you're actually syncing it. So like a minute 20-second cooldown, for example, on Black Hole is not going to be the same as 120 seconds for Golden Bot, right? Hey Spartan, how's your run going? What up, Giga? So far, not super bad. We're currently sitting at rank 3. I tried kind of an experimental build. I don't think it's going to do as good as this run. We'll see. But I'm probably going to end up at rank 4 because of this freaking guy. Not this guy, sorry. This guy. Wait, what? Did the other guy start his run? Yeah, this guy right here. Black Hole perk is only duration, not cooldown. Yep. True. When I have a synced golden trio at 3 minutes and 20 seconds, when should I unlock Chain Lightning? I mean, I would argue as soon as you get the sync, you'd be good to go ahead and unlock it. That's my opinion. Chain Lightning's huge. and you'll get, even if you don't put a single stone into it, you'll get a little bit of value from it, like right out the gate. I said we would look at my Chain Lightning's damage done so far, but like, again, this is my current Chain Lightning on Spartan Jr. Very, very, like less than like 300 stones worth invested currently. And if we pull up the damage charts, yeah, Chain Lightning 22Q, it has now passed my orb damage. And yeah, that's where we're at. By the end of this run, it will be probably pretty close to the projectile damage, if I had to guess. It's not really, it doesn't really matter for me that much because obviously like I'm doing EHP, but I'm mainly just trying to show like how effective it actually is even at a very low level. And just to be clear, the quantity that it says here is like not from stones. That's from, oh, I guess it is from stones. What the heck? Why do I have 4 quantity? Did I buy all of the quantities already? What the heck? Okay, I guess I did. So I guess I have a little bit more than 300, maybe like 500. I don't know. Something goofy with black hole. I don't know why anyone would want a black hole synced to another weapon. If the black hole isn't permanent, then it will shotgun your tower. Well, there's that. There's also permanent black hole. Like it's really, really good on multiple fronts. It takes you from having periods of time with no multiplier outside of your just normal tier stuff here to permanently having that additional 11 times multiplier. So from an econ standpoint, absolutely. In terms of like tournaments and also your farming as well. Black hole, permanent black hole, that becomes your first major form of crowd control. It's really good. It's pretty expensive to get there, but it's really, really good. A lot of people, they'll go for the permanent black hole pretty early, and then they'll just gradually bring down the Death Wave and Golden Tower sync. And I don't have any problem with that. I think that's a good general kind of way to do it. I only had 250 times damage on Chain Lightning as Glass Cannon when I started earning keys. This was a long time ago, but there are a lot of other ways to get damage other than the ultimate weapon numbers. Yep, that is true. Percentage health damage has become more and more common, and it's really, really good. Like, Orbital Augment, I still think it's probably one of the best modules in the game currently. It's a 15% of the wave health as damage. Like, really, really good. Or, sorry, it's not wave health. It used to be wave health. Now it's remaining health, which is huge. Obviously, a little bit less effective to bosses and elite fleets, but like, for dealing with scatters or vampires or rays or any of the other enemies, yeah, like 15% of the remaining health of the enemies. So that's not saying the wave health, which is this number here, basically, that the basic enemies have. You can see the wave health, 666.860. I don't like that number. Okay, thank you. Oh, good lord. But yeah, it's a percentage of that wave health. Obviously, I forgot what I was talking about. I think I have a fever. How do you know if you have a fever? I'm pretty sure I have a fever right now. Hey, Spartan, I have 2 questions. First, is Legendary Sharp Fortitude better than Mythic Orbital Augment? And secondly, whether I should unlock Bot. I have no other bots unlocked other than Golden Bot. So the bot question we kind of already addressed. My personal opinion, and this is backed by my own personal testing. Obviously, it's kind of nuanced. Everybody's tower is a little bit different. But I would be willing to put money on it. You're much better off just maxing your golden bot first versus getting bot. At least the range and the bonus first, and then getting the cooldown synced with your golden trinity. I would be willing to bet that that will do a lot better than going ahead and unlocking bot and putting some medals into that. I guess if you wanted to just unlock it and not touch it, like, I guess that would be fine. It's just like, why would you do that and not put any medals into it? Because just the unlock is not going to really make a big difference, you know? So that's kind of my opinion there. In terms of the module question, that is almost entirely going to depend on how your pre-existing EHP development is. So mostly referring to your wall labs, right? So like, if your wall labs and your base EHP labs, your defense, health, and health regen, if those are all at a pretty decent level, more than likely orbital augment will do better. But if they're not quite developed enough, probably the sharp fortitude. That'll give you kind of the kickstart you need to, you know, survive while you're developing all of those labs. But once you get those labs to a certain point, orbital augment just becomes better. It's percentage health damage that affects way more enemies than thorns, right? And you can see that just by this. So if I go to the damage again, you can see the damage dealt by thorns is 450 trillion versus the electron damage, 33 quadrillion. So the damage difference from the thorn percentage health damage versus the electrons, it's night and day. So if I had sharp fortitude in right now versus orbital augment, it wouldn't even really matter because most of the enemies, you know, I'm getting hit by ranged enemies, I'm getting hit by rays, all of this. Orbital augment solves that problem a lot more efficiently than sharp fortitude. But again, that's strictly dependent on where your current EHP labs are at. But the best thing I can tell you is just, you know your tower better than I do. Do some testing and really just see for yourself what works better for you. Because again, a lot of the tower is very nuanced. What works best for me will do differently for Giga, which will do differently than MT Fresh, etc. So like, you just have to factor all of that in. Getting to 9,400 waves in tier 11. Should I try tier 12? You can always try it. I will say, right now with the dissonant the dissonant runs, more than likely you're going to be stuck in tier 11 for quite a while. The dissonant runs have made it a lot less profitable, or it's made it a lot more challenging to transition out of tiers. So like, I'm dealing with that right now in going from tier 18 to tier 19 farming. I've wanted to do 19 because I can make it to like 6,500 waves plus in tier 19, but it's more profitable for me to do a 10,000 wave run in tier 18. I don't like it, but it is what it is, right? The numbers don't lie. And for reference, my utility dissonant run on tier 18 is like just shy of maxing out. Like I got like 4,900 waves versus my tier 19 utility run. I was only able to get about 2,600. So pretty much half of the wave count, which obviously is a lot less of a multiplier than what I have on tier 18. But likely you'll be in a similar situation going from 11 to 12. A lot of people compare the jump from 11 to 12 to the jump from tier 1 to tier 2. It's just a huge scaling difference, and the econ difference doesn't necessarily scale as hard as the enemy's stats. So, but yeah, good luck. The best thing you can do is just test it and see how it goes. Also, obviously, this goes without saying, do your utility run, see how that goes. But more than likely, your tier 11 will be more profitable for quite a while. I hear you, Spartan. I was around 9,800 waves in tier 18 when I switched to 19. I really had to push my dissonant runs to make it work. Yep. That is the situation. which I intend on trying again. I can't remember the last time I did the tier 19 dissonant runs. It's been a few weeks at least, if I had to guess, but yeah. Do you think it makes sense to buy damage masteries without having Chronofield at all and no permanent black hole? Oh boy. That's like a very loaded question. There's a lot of other stuff I would want to kind of see with your tower first before making that determination. My gut feeling is probably not. Probably, generally speaking, not. But, you know, your tower may be structured in a way that it would actually help you. I don't know. It's hard to kind of tell. Spartan, I got 2,000 waves in plat and got rank 5. I love this game. Nice, dude. Nice. 2,000 waves. Wow. Okay, that's... Wow. Let's see what the top guy in Spartan Junior's bracket has. Well, no, this doesn't count because all these people are still going. But technically, aren't you at a net positive if you get rank 5? 70 stones. Ooh, actually probably not. So 70 times 2, let's say that you get rank 5 twice for the week. So that's 140 stones versus, let's say you get rank 3, 4, 120 stones, you get promoted. And let's say that you get demoted back. So that is 20 plus 120, 140. So technically, unless you get rank 1 or 2, you're basically breaking even by staying in plat and sandbagging. If you get rank 2 or 1 in plat and still drop down, you're at a net positive. So you should try to do that if you can. Holy crap. 2,000 waves, dude. That's rough. Yikes. Indeed, orbital augment does seem to be the better choice. Yeah, that's kind of what I suspected. But it's just, I genuinely think it might be the best module in the game currently. For a while, I thought Primordial Collapse was, which it's really good, don't get me wrong. And it can even be used in Glass Cannon tournaments to kind of deal with the overcharge. But yeah, like, it's when I kind of rate something as being the best, quote unquote, the way that I kind of think about it is overall utility. So like, what can be used from like brand new tower, brand new to this game, all the way to somebody like in the later echelons of the game, right? The later stages of the game. That's kind of the way that my rating scales usually will kind of be biased towards. But yeah, Orbital Augment, Primordial Collapse, both are really, really good. If I had to pick one over the other, probably Orbital Augment I think is overall the best. Just because, like, Primordial Collapse, the unique effect, it's obviously good, but it's mostly going to be applicable for the EHP or hybrid guys versus Glass Cannon. Like, yeah, it's great for black hole coverage for, like, GC farming. The damage mitigation can be okay for dealing with the overcharge, especially if you're in the earlier stages of, like, just getting defleets. But once you get to the higher wave counts, it kind of starts to have diminishing returns versus, like, Orbital Augment, which just... it scales throughout the course of the run. So as you get farther in terms of waves, Orbital Augment's value increases.
And now
The end is near.
my final wave
My final wave.
is almost
Poison Swamp and Death Wave is so loaded with what they can do. Yep. That's why I think Death Wave is S tier, guys. That's why I said it. I know it's a meme, and everybody in the main tower Discord hates me. But
Spartan.
again, the way that I rate stuff is based on overall utility. Like Poison Swamp, it's a damage source. It's also a huge, huge crowd control source.
Each care
It might even be better than like base Chrono Field. Like, if you're not factoring in Chrono Loop, Ultimate Weapon Plus for Chrono Field, if we're just going base Ultimate Weapons, like, the crowd control value might be better from Poison Swamp. Because at maxed level, you get a 10-second stun. A 10-second stun. That is ridiculous. For reference, the inner landmine stun is what, like 2.5 seconds or something? I forget. It might just be 2 seconds. I don't even know. Yeah, 2.5 seconds. Versus Poison Swamp, you get it. Well, mine is not fully done, but at max level, you get a 10-second freaking stun. Now, granted, it's only an 80% chance, so, you know, there's a 20% chance that it won't stun them. Who cares? Your shockwave pushes them outside of it, they run back into it, and then they get a second chance to get stunned. For 10 freaking seconds. That's ridiculous. And let's say that it fails both of those checks. Regardless, it's still, by default, going to slow them by 25%. Yeah, Poison Swamp's awesome. I like Poison Swamp. But yeah, Deathwave 2, I mean, Deathwave, you all know how I feel about Deathwave. It's just, you get coins, you get damage, you get cells. It's the only ultimate weapon in the game that provides a cell bonus. Like, freaking huge. You get armor stripping, and you get EHP. You get max health. Look at these people getting me on my soapbox about Deathwave. There is no guarantee that you get rank 5 next tournament, though. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if he ends up getting promoted, if he gets rank, 4 and above, he's still at a net positive for the week, right? So when I unlock Chain Lightning, should I focus on Golden Trio or on Chain Lightning? Get the sync first, take care of some of the low-hanging fruit. I'm talking about Golden Tower bonus, duration, black hole size, black hole duration, maybe a little bit of spotlight angle, maybe quantity 2 spotlight for 250 stones. Take care of some of that cheaper stuff first, and then just go pretty hard on the cooldowns. Just bring the cooldowns down, get them synced, maintain the sync, bring it down. Then you'll get to a point once you get closer to 2 minutes 40 seconds, 2 minutes 30 seconds, stuff like that. You then have an option. You can continue bringing down the sync gradually and having the Golden Trinity synced all the way down. Or if you want, and this is kind of what I prefer, but again, everybody's a little bit different, you can kind of make the push for black hole, permanent black hole. But yeah, you can put a bit of baseline into Chain Lightning if you want for the sake of like tournaments, but if you're running EHP, it's not going to really matter. It's more just for like style points and helping you also for the defense utility runs, or the defense disco runs. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. I was able to unlock tier 19 by using Sharp Fortitude and not my Orbital Augment. It's a toss-up on the use case. Now that I have assist mods, I use both. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Like I said, so much of the tower, and this is why I struggle when I make guide videos, because when I make a video that's like a guide on this or a guide on that, people are expecting effectively like a cookie cutter kind of thing, right? But so much of this game is nuanced, and it just depends on what you have in terms of your RNG, your luck, and also where you've allocated your stones, where you've allocated your coins for your labs, etc. So it's very difficult to make guide content. I enjoy it because I find that if I do something that I think will generally help most people and be advice that's applicable to most people, I find that that's overall pretty good. But I'll get comments and they'll be like, you said this, but for me, this worked better. And it's like, okay. It's kind of like anecdotal use cases versus like the overarching stats, I guess, of like most people. What's up, man? Hope your weekend's going well. Thank you. Thank you. It is going good. Other than I've got a stomach bug, and so does my whole family. But other than that, we're doing pretty good. We've got the poopalitis. But outside of that, we're, you know, it's not too much room to complain. We're doing good. As EHP, the chain lightning really helps with scatters in tournaments. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it'll help you with scatters. It'll help you with a few different enemy types. The raised, the ranged. For EHP, it's going to be a little bit more case by case for why it's effective. But yeah, I don't think anything's wrong with putting a little bit of investment. Shaky boy. Wait, whoa, Shaky boy. What's up, dude? Long time no see. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that you quit the tower. I haven't seen you in Discord. I haven't seen you in chat. I haven't seen you in the YouTube comments. I thought you disappeared. I was about to send a search party. I hope that you're doing okay, Shaky boy. I've been going seriously backwards in the past 3 tournaments. Went from Legends to out of top 10 in Champs. Oh boy, what is going on? What is going on? In the Discord, create a tower advice thread. Explain the situation. Provide your screenshots. And we can try to help you figure out maybe what's going wrong. Spartan, do you have any hot takes on how 28.3 will affect the meta? I don't know if this is a hot take, but I mean, there's a few kind of things that are not very well described. For example, they're changing or they're adding something to Primordial Collapse. I don't know what that's going to be. They haven't said what that's going to be, so there's no telling. My prediction is it will be something that like mostly affects EHP players and potentially will be a buff to EHP. I also think Pure Glass Cannon is getting a pretty huge direct buff through the fleet changes. So ultimate weapons will now be able to target, like they'll basically go based off of your target priority, right? So they'll be able to target the fleet enemies directly. Furthermore, the commanders, the overcharge, they will enter into your tower range, which means I'll be able to blow them up with chain lightning damage. So Pure Glass Cannon's back. Hybrid is still viable. If I had to guess, Hybrid will still kind of be like the golden standard, but there will still be at least a better use case for people trying to do the build that I'm doing, which is just Pure Glass Cannon. And I think EHP is still going to be viable as well. My kind of idea of what they want to do is they want every single stat to mean something. They want every single stat to matter. I think that's the direction that they're trying to go, which I think is a good direction. For so long, it was like, this is the only path that works. And that's not really the case nowadays. And when I say this is the only path that works, it's like, at the time, it was like, yeah, Pure Glass Cannon, Chain Lightning. That's your build. It's like, okay, well, that's kind of boring. What if I want to do something with Poison Swamp? Or what if I want to do EHP? Or what if I, you know, there's all these other things, right, that just hadn't been necessarily viable to that degree. So, I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. Again, it's hard to make kind of prescriptive claims for or predictions because of how vague the Tower T was, but we will know a lot more, and I'll be able to have some better founded opinions once the patch notes are released. As soon as the patch notes are released and we have those details, it'll be a lot easier to understand what kind of changes are actually happening, you know? But overall, I'm very optimistic about it. I also think, and this is kind of a more macro level thing, it goes without saying, the sentiment around the tower has been pretty wishy-washy, right? Especially since the release of V28. It's been pretty wishy-washy. A lot of people have quit. A lot of new people have also come into it. There have been some good. There's been a lot of bad as well. But I think in terms of like sentiment about the tower, I think that this next patch is going to have a little bit for everybody, especially once we get into V29, based on what they were saying with that and the tournament changes. It seems to me that they're wanting to make some good quality of life changes that will affect pretty much everybody, regardless of spending levels, regardless of stage of the game. And I think that's a good thing. Obviously, only time will tell how it gets implemented, but based on what I've read so far, it seems overwhelmingly positive. That's my inclination. Yes, this is my full-time job. There might be a little bit of a bias. I'm also severely addicted to this game, but I think it's overall going to be a positive. Let's see, I need to respond to Shaky Boy because I called him out directly. He said, I am just going through some crap. Oh, dude, tell me about it. I've got a stomach bug. I already tried to stream once today, and I had to stop streaming. I was 5.5 minutes into my stream, and I had to just like, I had to cancel the stream and go poop for like an hour. It was rough, dude. I was having a very crappy time. Mentally taxing stuff, so I've been quiet as I deal with it all. For sure, dude, for sure. We're all going through something, you know? If you ever want to talk or, you know, if you don't feel like you have somebody to talk to, like, my DMs are open. I got you. I got you. You remember Mike? I wish he was still around. Yeah, Toshi. R.I.P. Toshi. Yeah, Mike. I liked Mike. He got banned from our Discord. He just like would not listen to us over and over and over again, and he ended up getting banned. But yeah, I'm sorry, dude. You can't say the N-word in my Discord. No, you're gonna get banned. I don't care if it's like... Anyway. That's too much detail. I apologize. I should not have shared that. But yeah, like, we don't tolerate hate speech. We don't tolerate racism. We don't tolerate... You know, just be a freaking decent human being, right? Regardless of what you believe or other people believe. Like, be a good human being. Have a level of human decency. That's all I ask. And then we can have a good time in the Discord. And we can all freaking coexist together. No. Not, so guys, let me be clear. Not Big Mike. Big Mike is still my head moderator next to Kevel. Love both of those guys. Really, really good guys. But yeah, not Big Mike. Big Mike is cool. We're talking about somebody else. But yeah, we've had a few bad apples roll through that we've had to learn how to deal with. It's part of it, you know? It's part of being a part of a community. And this is the internet. People think that they're invincible and can just say whatever they want behind a keyboard, and there are no consequences for their actions. But yeah, I've really enjoyed like building this community and trying to foster a positive community that is welcoming to everybody. Oh. Study. Can you DM me and tell me who you're talking about? Because I'm talking about somebody different than who you're talking about. Oh, left at the start of V27. Oh, okay, okay. Lots of in-game and beginner content, but I haven't found anything for around 1 trillion lifetime coins. Got anything? Well, if you go back to some of the episodes of the Beginner Progress series and follow the new series that we're doing, I am taking Spartan Jr. pretty much as far as I feel like, I guess. I mean, this is basically just the new big Spartan tower. But yeah, like some of the earlier or later episodes of the Beginner Progress series, we were around the 1 trillion lifetime coins mark. And you can see where my tower was at. This is a free-to-play tower. I know some people disagree with the terminology because I have these 3 packs and somehow that means that I'm not free-to-play. I disagree. I think you can still claim the title of free-to-play if you have these 3 packs. But the YouTube comments on episode 2 of the Beginner Progress series disagree. Apparently free-to-play means you don't spend a single dollar on the game. But guess what? My argument to that is if you play this game without any, like, even at least bare minimum, if you don't have the disable ads pack, you're probably statistically not going to be playing this game for, you may not even make it to a year. That's my personal opinion. Okay. Some people clearly disagree with me on that, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, I don't even know if I know who that is, Study. Yeah, I guess if you want to be like technical, Spartan Jr. is a quote-unquote light spender. If you want to be technical about it, sure. I still think, I mean, my personal opinion on like free-to-play, true free-to-play, sure. You don't buy anything at all. What episode of the Beginner Progress series would you suggest starting at? I mean, probably like episode 3 or 4, if I had to guess. Like the first 2 episodes was kind of just like, hey, this is what we're doing. We're doing the turtle build in episode 1. Then episode 2, we transitioned, or we were in the process of transitioning into Blender. It's like starting at episode 4, maybe 5, you know, might be a good bet. I don't know. It's hard to remember, kind of. Anyways, let's talk about the tower. Idle tower defense. Yeah. DMs. Yeah. But yeah, the first thing I go through in all of those episodes, GTO, the first thing that I always go through is the stats page. So like if you fast forward maybe to like a minute in for each of the episodes, you'll see where I'm at currently. And you'll just have to go to where I'm at, 1 trillion. I can't remember. I used to put the lifetime coins in the titles. Maybe I need to bring that back. I don't know. It just takes up a lot of real estate, you know? And putting 1T, for example, or 1Q in the title of a video, it's not very, like, YouTube algorithm friendly, which is why I stopped doing it. Also, not having the no ads package is basically a demo of the game. Buying the 3 packs is fine. You bought the game and its expansions. People getting hung up on terms is silly. Thank you. Tell that to the people who commented all of those mean things on episode 2 of the Beginner Progress series. Dude, people were so angry. And what made me really upset was like, I literally did a poll on YouTube. I said, all right, here's the situation. I am getting the Disable Ads pack by default because this game is literally unplayable without it over the course of time, because I'm not playing this game for 20 days and quitting. Like, this is a long-term series I want to continue. So I did a poll on my channel and I said, hey, what do you guys think? Do we just get the Disable Ads pack, or for the sake of, you know, making sure that we're not progressing so obnoxiously slowly that the content's unwatchable, do I go ahead and get these 3 packs, which are widely regarded as still being considered free to play? The poll was overwhelmingly in favor of me getting all 3 of these. So I ended up doing that, but then I released episode 2 and everybody was flaming me in the comments. Flaming me. And the Beginner Progress series is one of my most popular series on this channel. And still to this day, I will occasionally like get comments on that video being like, wow, you went from doing the turtle build to like having a bajillion more coins and you're not free to play. Screw you. I'm like, okay, bro. Okay. Maybe having lifetime coins in the thumbnail. Ooh. That's a decent idea. That's a decent idea. Yeah. I would have to go back and redo all of the thumbnails. Oh, man. Thumbnails are one of the few things on YouTube I absolutely detest. I freaking hate doing thumbnails. I don't know if it's because I'm colorblind or lazy or what, but like, it's just obnoxious. I hate it. I hate it so much. Anyway, people were asking about what my farming setup looks like on Big Spartan. This is what it looks like. So I've got completely gold boxed Golden Bot, totally done. Got a little bit of investment into the bonus cells, the Bot Plus, but then pretty much everything else has been sent into Bot. Trying to max the range, put a couple of clicks into the bonus so I get a bit of value. And now I'm just trying to get the cooldown maxed. If I get the cooldown down to 50 seconds, they'll be synced up in terms of starting. So that's my current big priority. And then obviously continuing to max out the range and then the bonus after that. Don't be baited by those comments. It was pretty logical that the bad guys would comment on that. Well, it's like anything else, you know? If I buy a monitor for my computer, if I'm in the market for a new monitor and I purchase a monitor and I really like the monitor, I have zero complaints about it, it's been really good, I'm not going to go leave a positive review because people usually don't. People usually talk when they're frustrated and when they're like, oh, this monitor, it just didn't quite meet my expectations, so therefore I'm going to leave a negative review. You know, it's the same way with YouTube comments. A lot of times people will watch something and they'll be satisfied with it, you know? They'll enjoy the video, but they won't necessarily leave a comment because it's that same sentiment versus the people that are frustrated and they'll leave a nasty comment. Anyway, 1 second, my wife is calling me. I gotta mute my mic for a second. Hello? Yeah, I'm live right now. Is everything okay? Okay. I started live streaming earlier, but I had to stop because I had to poop. Yeah. I think we have a stomach bug. Are the twins still pooping like normal? Yeah.
There are stories passed down through generations. Stories of a skin that made.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is, but oh my gosh, my freaking tum-tum is hurting. It's bad. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I got people waiting on me. All right. I love you. Bye.
At FuseRoder00 super chatted $1.99. Not
Okay.
muted.
Not muted. Oh boy. What? Oh, okay. Okay, so let me give you guys the rundown here. So my microphone, it has a button on the bottom of it. So if I want to mute it, I hit it with my thumb. So it mutes the mic. You guys just saw I just muted it. The issue is it's underneath my mic, so I have to like get underneath it to see the button. So usually I just hit it with my thumb and don't actually look, but apparently I wasn't actually muted. So there you go. A little bit of behind the scenes. How's your tum-tum? It is struggling. It is struggling, dude. Had a rough time. Anyway, the results of the testing. Max range was better. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. We're still going to get passed up by... Oh, we already got passed by this dude.
Epta 2005 super chatted $5. With this gift now Spartan Jr. is slightly more free to play.
Thank you. Thank you. And yes. Oh, man. But yeah. I forgot what we were talking about before. YouTube comments. It has been a huge challenge. It's been really enjoyable, but it's also been kind of hard because I'm not somebody who takes criticism very well. I beat myself up to a pulp. I am super self-critical, and it's I guess it's like my most toxic trait. It bothers my wife so much. She's like, why do you care so much what people think about you? And it's like, well, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, it's a good question. I value the opinion of others. So when I get like nasty YouTube comments, it genuinely does kind of bother me. But it's like, I know it shouldn't because it's the internet, right? There's people on the internet. There's trolls, all this stuff, right? But it does affect me. I don't know. It's kind of stupid. Anyway. That's my toxic trait. What do we want to do here? But yeah, let me show you guys the difference between my Echo Boost on 18. So like my total coin multiplier. 11 or 115,000 basically. 115,000, then I go to 19, 111,000. And that comes down to the dissonance utility boost. My boost here, if I go to, boost only. So yeah, just the boost, I'm at almost double what I'm getting for 19. So just makes sense. I almost got banned for telling you that you should duck more in Overwatch. I get it. Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, you didn't almost get banned. You were shown mercy by Kevel. I told Kevel to ban you, and he wouldn't do it. I don't know. You need a stand mic for streaming that has a flashing light for when you need to go mute. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I guess it's just proof that Miss Spartan actually does exist. I don't know. You're good, Spartan. My toxic trait is that I'm an internet troll. Oh, man. But yeah, dude, like, doing content, it has been really good overall, like positive for myself in the sense that like it's giving me a way to build that skill and practice it, you know? And kind of just learn to go with the flow and not really care as much what people think, right? Like, I'll stay true to myself. I'll do what I'm doing. And I'm not going to try to cater myself to other people because that would be inauthentic. And there was a period there where I really did try to just cater everything I did, every video I made, every statement, to the point where I was making myself crazy, not even really being able to like produce videos because it's like, well, if I say this, it'll upset this person, or if I give the incorrect information on this, I'm going to get a whole bunch of, mean comments. But I ended up just kind of being like, why do I do that to myself? Like, screw it. If people like the content, that's what matters. And if they don't have to watch. It's okay. But why would I sacrifice myself, my morals, my values for the sake of other people, you know? I am who I am, and I should embrace that, not let that bother me to a point where literally it affects my like mental health, you know? Guys, use code 300. Just saying, everybody. Just saying. I really do appreciate you guys who have used creator code 300. I know not all of you guys buy stone packs, but even if you're like free to play and you buy like the milestone pack or something with code 300, like that still, it helps me out so incredibly much. And it is the single biggest reason I'm able to actually do this full time. Like if it weren't for the creator code, I'd still be probably doing electrical work, hating my life every day. So thank you guys so much for the support. I really, really do appreciate it. Opinions are like a-holes. Everyone has one and they usually stink. Yep. Truer words have never been spoken. But yeah. I would just like to kind of extend that encouragement to you guys. Like, you know the kind of person you are. If you are a piece of crap, sure, you have a right to feel bad about yourself. But if you know that you're a good person, why do you care what anybody else thinks? It does not matter. Because at the end of the day, you know who you are. You know whether you're a good person or you're not. When is the face reveal? I will likely never do a face reveal. I've covered this previously. I know I originally was saying once we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'd do a face reveal. But after further kind of discussion and contemplation, I decided against it because the internet is full of weirdos. And I've got a family. I've got kids. Not that any of you guys would be weirdos, but you know, there's somebody out there who's a weirdo. And I don't want to put my family at risk. I don't want to put myself at risk. It's just safety, you know. Plus, if I'm being brutally honest, I'm just like your average looking white dude. I've got I've been told, I don't want this to sound egotistical. I've been told I have a voice for radio. And also a face for radio. Oh man. Anyway, I have code 300 but never bought something. But I still keep it there. So for the day when I'm on my weakest and buy some stones, I will support you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But I've seen him and his luscious beard. I don't have a beard anymore. I have a mustache. I still have a mustache. I no longer have a beard. There are a couple people in the Discord who have seen what I look like. Tags was one of them. I was in voice chat once and I was driving and I just had the phone like, but I guess I accidentally hit the like camera button, and Tags was the only person who said that they saw me. But I just remember I heard Tags say, well, who's this handsome fella? Anyway, Tags is a good dude. Weirdos on the internet. When did that start? Yeah, I know, right? Meanwhile, I have a face for radio and a voice for silent TV. Oh, Shaky Boy. That's not true. You got a good voice. I always like when Shaky Boy comes in. He's like, yo, Spartan, how's it going? And I'm like, Shaky Boy, my man. Anyway, what were we talking about? Something tower related, maybe? I don't know. I recently put some more stones into this one. Where is it? Holy crap. This right here. So I got charge mines up to level 4. I want to take this up to level 5, but then I'll likely stop for the meantime. I'm still not fully sold on inner landmines. I think it's probably going to get some kind of nerf, if I had to guess. But the most recent thing I've done is I finally did the last click into Golden Tower Duration, which gave me a permanent Golden Tower without Galaxy Compressor. Don't have to worry about it. We got permanent GT, which means now with my Death Wave, I have permanent Death Wave, and with my Black Hole, I have permanent Black Hole as soon as I get the perk. So all of my econ is now 100% permanent.
Standing tall.
I don't know what I'm going to do next. I really don't. I'm considering unlocking Smite, but unlocking future Ultimate Weapon Pluses, it's getting to that point where it's just starting to get really expensive. So it's going to require some more research and looking into. I might just go all in on freaking Smart Missiles. I might just get Cover Fire. I might just max out the quantity. I've got 5 more clicks to go. But then, you know, just keep working on the damage. Who knows? Have you ever considered doing account takeovers? As far as I'm aware, that would technically be against the TOS for the tower. So the tower's TOS, they have a section about account sharing. For example, like I brought up a while ago to Tech Tree support, I was like, hey, if I retire the Spartan Jr. account, if I want to stop the Beginner Progress series and maybe start a new account and do something different, could I basically give away this account? They said no. That would be against the TOS. Even though we do have the like account info where we can like change the email, you know? So it's like, I don't know. But it is technically against TOS to sell or transfer ownership and all of that stuff. So the short answer is no. Or have I ever considered it? Technically, yes, but I can't do it. I don't have ultimate weapons. Did you just say unlocking each ultimate weapon costs more than the last weapon? Like if I unlock Deathwave Plus, then Chronofield Plus will cost more. Yeah, exactly. So similar to how each subsequent ultimate weapon that you unlock, like just the base ultimate weapon, it gets exceedingly more expensive. Right, off to watch football. Have fun. Awesome. Thank you for hanging out, Memory Fish. We will catch you later. Don't tell your grandson is playing the tower then. Yeah. Or, oh, don't tell them your grandson is playing the tower then. Right, right. Well, I don't know if that's true, Hudson, because I reached out to support and I literally asked, I was like, can I do a giveaway on my YouTube channel and basically transfer ownership of my Spartan Jr. account? And they turned it down. They did say it was kind of a gray area, but it would technically fall under the account sharing TOS. But anyway, yeah. Let's see. Did we do everything? Are we set back up? I think we are close. We got farming set up there. How close am I to doing one of these? We're pretty close to this. Let's... we need to continue to save up coins, actually. Can we do 1 click? Yeah, let's do 1 click into coins. Oh my gosh. It's getting expansive. Expansive. Let's do a click into ELS too. And cells, why not? Okay. Wow. That is good to know. No idea when I will finally be able to decide to finish off my weapons, but I could have made a huge mistake on ultimates. Whack. Yep. I just read the Tech Tree Games TOS. Oh. Yeah. I occasionally will go through and kind of reread it, but I haven't in a little while. It's been probably like 6 months or so. Maybe it has changed. I mean, I'm not sure. Hey man, huge fan. Thank you, The Real Hyperfang. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, welcome in. We're kind of nearing the end of the stream. I'm just sort of waiting on Spartan Jr. to die, but evidently Spartan Jr. is immortal. Do I have wave skip in? I do. Okay. Here's the real question. Could you and your significant others share a family account? Would they accept a family account? I don't know. It's a good question. I've been using ChatGPT to help me min-max. Just be careful with ChatGPT. Be careful with it because it doesn't actually know the full ins and outs of this game. it can tell you some general advice, but it's getting a lot of its information from Reddit, which is already scary. It's getting a lot of its information from Reddit, and then quite a bit also from the various different tower wikis. But just be aware that there are currently, to my knowledge, like 4 different tower wikis available, and only one of them is consistently updated. It is the Tower Wiki fandom one. That's the only one, to my knowledge, that is currently like active and good, and like I would endorse it as a resource. So just be aware of that. The best way you can, in my opinion, get advice for stuff is honestly, like, join my Discord community, join the main tower Discord, and just like talk to people, you know? Be like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm looking to go. What should I work on to get me there? But yeah, AI is great. I'm a fan. I'm fully aware that robots are going to take over the universe. But in the meantime, it is helpful. So I'm using it. I'm enjoying it, despite knowing it's gonna probably end the human race at some point. But you know, that's tomorrow's problem. For now, we can just use it to cheat on our high school and college assignments. What are we talking about? Let's go back to this. Switch our target priority back. Okay, I think we are about set up. We need to bring the game speed back up. But yeah, I'm going back to tier 18. It just makes the most sense. I'm making so many more coins. Just not quite ready. I've been doing the... So for tier 19, I was doing this setting for my damage slider. But for tier 18, because the scaling's so much less, I need to actually drop it further. So I've been going to like around here, 1E minus 21. It's a pretty sweet spot. ChatGPT was very wrong about defense percent questions I had. Yeah, effective pass sheets, if you set it up, that's probably going to be the most min-max thing that you can possibly do. But you have to be willing to like update it pretty regularly. Like I know a lot of guys that use it, they'll basically once a week go in and update the necessary things. The hardest part is setting it up. But after you complete the initial setup, the maintenance after that is not that bad. It's not that bad. I don't personally do it because I don't necessarily like to min-max. I like to sometimes even intentionally do something I know is not right and just see how bad of a decision it was, right? Like what I did with smart missiles. I knew smart missiles were not the move, but I wanted to see like what happens if I put 2 months worth of stone packs into this. Like what will it do? My effective pass sheet would have probably said, hey, don't do that, dummy. Work on something else, like literally anything else. But, you know. How does the damage scaling work? Yeah, so each tier, the enemy's damage and health both scale up each wave that you go. There are different ways to mitigate that. You can use Pulsar Harvester and that will affect it. You can also obviously just continually increase your percentages for your ELS, enemy level skips. That will basically mean if I go from another wave, I have a 67% chance to basically skip that level for that wave of increasing their health and damage. But that affects the longevity of your runs because our towers don't have that scaling capability. We have the stagnant numbers that we scale outside of the run through our labs, through our enhancement levels, all of that. All right, I'm going to bounce. See you later, everyone. Later, Shaky. I'm sorry you're going through it right now. But seriously, dude, I mean it. Like, if you need anything, if you just need somebody to talk to, like, reach out. I got you. Do you have a video on the effective pass sheet? I do not. Like I said, I personally don't use it. I'm a fan. I think it's overall a good resource, but there's some stuff that it does, and it doesn't calculate it the way that it kind of should. Like, it doesn't prioritize certain labs, for example, as being econ labs, even though they definitely are. One example is like the module labs. It doesn't really prioritize those super heavily versus what I would consider. I think the module labs alone are a huge econ lab, but it scales over the course of time. The effective pass sheets is not as much concerned with like how your tower will look a year from now. It's more so under the framework of like, what will help me right now? What will give me the highest ROI right now with one click? Which is why I don't personally use it. But Tags has a very good tutorial on it. JPlays has an older tutorial that's also pretty good. But yeah. But anyway, guys, that is going to actually conclude the stream for today. Yeah, I have a few hours of daylight left, and I need to go and finish my mowing for the week. So, yeah, that is going to be a wrap. But huge shout out to all of you guys that stayed start to finish. Really appreciate you guys. If you are new to the channel, do me a favor. Consider subscribing to the channel. We are nearing 11,000 subscribers, which is absolutely bananas, like freaking crazy. So I would really appreciate it if you guys would consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a like on your way out. Let me quickly see if there's anybody I can send you guys over to. Surely Tags is still live. Tags is live, but I'm actually going to send you guys over to Shadow Saber because he was the most recent person that rated me. So whenever you guys get there, just say Spartan says hi. If you don't mind, just be like, yo, Spartan sent me, or I don't know, you can have fun with it. I'll let you guys figure out the details there, but let's get some 07s in the chat. 07s in the chat. Pretty Potato already has it figured out. So does Rubber. So does Study. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to conclude the content of the stream. But thank you so much for watching. And like always, I will see you guys later.
My name is Spartan. One more guide, one more stream, one more tournament run. Stayed up way too late again, just trying to have some fun. Back then I would've laughed if you told me this would work. Now every time I hit go live, you're already there first. Shameless plugs, here we go again.